is what I look like when I get up in the morning. I had a dream, a vision. And in that, I noticed that the audio doesn't get picked up because of this stupid heater. But in the, so I'll try to speak slowly. I'll try to speak slowly. But in the dream, I felt like the earth was, to the earth, something, planet that looked like the earth, but I was definitely on it. It was coming off its axis, and it was heading into the sun, and the apocalypse, end times. And I think that's just the anxiety about the future, about death, about the end of the ego, or the death of the self, existential panic, if you will. I think I've had another dream similar to this. So I've been having these kind of end times kind of thoughts or visions. It's because I'm thinking about if I wanna, because I'm trying to live this life, and the future seems so uncertain. It's and you're gonna die eventually. So what's the point of doing it? It just seems like. So that's creating a lot of anxiety. That maybe you won't achieve your goals. You'll just fall short, and the disappointment. All of that. Unmet expectations, a life cut short. Anyway, so that's that anxiety, dread, is maybe that's these apocalyptic visions are a response to it. It's like a coping mechanism, I think, because when I think about the end of the world, it's sort of like, I really don't have to worry about. Imagine if you knew that the end of the world, as you know it, was just close, very close by. Your whole perspective on life will be so different. You'll be you won't be concerned with mundane or what. Maybe you won't be concerned with the everyday concerns of a human being, like what am I going to eat tomorrow, or am I going to achieve my goal, all of those relationships, or am I going to be alone, all of those concerns will be it'll be put in perspective, right? So when I had that vision, the apocalyptic vision, I like my hair being like this. It just calmed me. I felt calm. I felt like, hey, I don't have to be anxious. The end is inevitable. It's coming around the corner. I mean, so having that kind of apocalyptic vision soothes my anxiety, soothes my existential panic. Another thing related to that, because I've been doing all this therapy stuff, I've been thinking about this whole word of love, what it means, this whole addiction, and it's like, all the feelings we get, the good feelings which we say is love or whatever, it's chemicals released in the brain, and it's like a drug addiction. It's like it's like a reflexive synaptic firing. All of our thoughts, our feelings are reflexive patterns in the brain, and it's created by evolution to get us to behave in certain ways. And I don't know, when I just think about it, it's like, yeah, it's yeah, it puts things in perspective. Like, we're all just addicts. It's just like drug addict or food addict. I mean, it's just like one seems more socially acceptable. Like if you're a drug addict, oh, yeah. But if you're a food addict or a love addict, it's not that bad. Well, we can be bad, but, because you can hurt other people. You can hurt other people. So you can do that with all kinds of addictions. But that's where we have to think about ethics and mediate our behavior. Use reason to mediate behavior, because there are consequences. There are all these other people. You're not just the only one in the universe. Your behavior can impact other sentient beings. Hence, you have to behave ethically. So yeah, when I think about that whole addiction mechanism, I don't feel I don't feel like I need anyone else. I mean, I feel like I don't need someone, because I just think it's just an addiction in my brain. It makes it, I don't feel like I'm missing out on much, because what I really want is simply a feeling. That feeling is created by stimulation of certain neurons. I know it's kind of depressing thinking about it that way, but and maybe I'm saying it because I'm bitter and frustrated. It's sour grapes. Maybe I'm just bitter. Maybe that's why I'm saying it. Because all these other people are having fun, and I'm like, maybe I'm just bitter. But yeah. But it is kind of true. So it is an addiction. It is a releasing of chemicals. Thinking about, I got the movie, Nymphomania Volume 1 and 2. Lars Experience. It says Experience Lars von Trier's full vision. Approximately 5.5 hours of entertainment. Yeah. So I got the first volume was like 40 gigabytes on the Blu-ray. I think it was encoded in MPEG 2. Now I re-encoded down to 1.65 gigabytes, 720p, but saving a lot of space. Yeah, I mean, it's good for people to have relationships, and you can create meaning, and people want that kind of thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just bitter. I'm just mean and bitter and angry. I hate you people. But it helps me to. I mean, it's not really that. It's not really that important. I don't think it is. I don't think it's that important. It's just another type of need, addiction. I mean, it sounds very. I feel like an ass saying it, but it's not very elegant to say something like that. But I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm not really missing out on something. It's, you know, I mean, if I have it, yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of complicated because I don't like. I like my space. I like my space, but anyway, these are the thoughts that have been going in my head today. Like, I've got to go to a psychiatrist, but yesterday they called and they said someone wanted to change their appointment, and I said, yeah, okay, so I'll go at 1:30. My appointment's at 1:30. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I mean, we're all addicts, but hey, whatever. You gotta get your fix somewhere. You gotta get your fix. I need my fix. Bitterness. I am a bitter person. I am bitter. Bitter.